Well, I woke up this morning, I was feeling quite warm. On something cooking I saw was my floor. There was lava coming through the windows, there was lava through the door. Hit the ground running, can't live here no more. There's a hurricane coming, going back where I belong. I hit the ground running, Toto, we ain't Kansas anymore. I got the ley-line lava, ley-line lava and hurricane blues. We ain't in Kansas no more, Toto. Yes, sir, Bob. I tell you. If I was a little bit weaker in the constitution and had less nerve, I think I'd be hitting the ground running too this morning. Yeah, we just finished. The lava flows are over for now. Hurricane Norman, he headed off somewhere up into the North Pacific and wound himself down. But now we got Hurricane Olivia heading straight at the Big Island. Most of the computer, what they call spaghetti models, show it really pretty much coming straight in towards Hilo. Now, there's a couple of them that put it over onto Maui. There's another one puts it north of Maui, passing by the top of the islands, and there's one, at least, running it south of the island, around South Point. But the only good news about Hurricane Olivia is currently it is only a Category 1. So I don't know, it's about 75, 85 miles an hour, I guess. It's spinning out. We'll know a little bit more later today after the hurricane hunters make their dive into the center. So she's heading this way. We can expect it to be a tropical storm by the time it hits the island. So chances are we're just going to get a whole lot of rain and maybe some wind at the elevations. We'll see. Don't know for sure. Otherwise, across all the Hawaiian Islands today, the weather is beautiful ahead of Hurricane Olivia. We had sun everywhere for a change. That's unusual. Very little any rainfall at all anywhere in the islands. There are some clouds beginning to move in now, but all morning it was really blue here. Dawn was a bright golden sunrise. It was a beauty. So it's a very nice day ahead of the hurricane. This morning, in preparation for a disaster, I grow taro here on the property, you know, but I don't often harvest and use it. You know, what could I say? I was born in Chicago. All right, we ate meatloaf and mashed potatoes with gravy. They eat meatloaf here too, but obviously poi was a traditional Hawaiian staple, and I am slowly becoming accustomed to eating taro. So this morning I took taro right from the garden, just in case Hurricane Olivia devastated the island and cut us off from all our rice and potato shipments and other carbs that we like. And I decided I was going to eat taro for breakfast, and that worked out pretty well. I don't know if I'd want to go through the whole poi pounding thing. You know, I have put poi, which is, you know, pounded taro, into pancakes and waffles before, and it was good. This morning I grated raw taro root directly into my waffle batter, and it was really good. It gave, when it cooked in the griddle, it gave the waffle a beautiful crunchiness on the outside, yet the inside had that sort of poi-like quality of softness, almost custardy or something. It was a nice combination, real soft on the middle and real crunchy on the outside. Loved it. So we're experimenting with taro this morning. I'll start thinking up some more ideas of how it fits into my diet. Taro is one of those crops like turmeric where I did not grow up eating it, and so using it in my food has been a little challenging. But I'm getting there. Yep, as I said in one of the last videos about temperate versus tropical gardening, you learn to use different crops and to eat different foods, because don't drop a taro root around here. Calla will come up almost anywhere you plant it. Of course, it grows best where it's nice and moist. I grow most of mine down where it floods by the gate. So I have my own little taro patch. Yeah, so there's a little bit on the garden this morning. It's a beautiful day. I'm in a good mood. Maybe we'll take a walk around with the camera and see what we can spot this morning.
And if you recall, back in the Grumpy Gardener Medicine Show on Echinacea, I was putting a small plant in about a month ago or so. Right here you can see we got some beautiful coneflowers coming on the top of this baby. Start to get some seeds so we can plant a lot more from this. The plant has sized up to almost 3 foot in height. It's doing really well. Right over here next to it you'll see the turmeric with the parsley that was planted also on the Grumpy Gardener Medicine Show. And right over here we have even a grander looking turmeric with parsley, and again this is in 2-gallon pots right there in the 2-gallon bucket. Doing very nicely as long as we keep the water at it. Corn patch doing well. I have some grass coming back up in here. I guess I'll take the flamer through this maybe this afternoon. See if we can get rid of that grass. Where I had peanut, it's doing really well though. Looking good. I'm not really sure why, but the tomatoes that are growing where they're coming up and out of my marigolds, they don't seem to get disease as bad. These look pretty clean. Interesting observation.
Yes, sirree. Good looking crop of Italian sweet peppers here. It'll be good. The fly trap is being very effective this morning. I see there's lots of flies that have headed in there and they can't get out. And I have a pretty good looking crop of peppers right here, so obviously the trap is working well.
Well, here we have a hodgepodge. The Godzilla squash is blooming nicely up here. Let's see, just the other day one of them set right there. So we got the Godzilla squashes in here. We have lima beans in here. I've got ube, the purple yam. There's a little bit of Jamaican lilikoi coming down over there. It will eventually take this fence over. I had aphids on my citrus the other day, so I mixed up some water with peanut oil, a quart of water and a couple of teaspoons of peanut oil, and used it on the aphids that were on my citrus, and I don't see any aphids on the new shoots this morning. They're all dead. So it worked quite well. The trees were getting pretty infested. Well, Hurricane Norman knocked over this banana, but it is hanging here in my fence, so we'll be able to let it lay there and ripen. Hopefully it won't get too tangled up with the ube. came through here yesterday and flamed the peanut rows. There's a little bit of grass in between the plants yet, but by and large it looked like it worked out really well here. It's nice and clean. I flamed the garlic over there too, and it came out nice. And I flamed around the papayas too. Their roots are very shallow, so I don't like to get too active in there, but nice crop on that papaya. That's a beauty. There, Godzilla squash starting to get ripened out there. The green spots are slowly turning yellow. Well, look at that. I found a ripe one. Well, I was a little concerned over whether maybe I'd cut these pigeon peas too short, but it doesn't look like that was a big deal for most of them. It does happen. Here's one right here that did not come back. So my concern was valid. You can cut them too short.
This is what typical tomato disease looks like around here. The stems and the leaves just turn black like that and then shrivel up and die. This is Valentine. It's a new one. It seems pretty resistant. It's a grape or olive type shaped tomato. In general, it's been growing pretty well for me, but I do see disease attack on it too.
Anglers, aloha.